Alright, so first and foremost, I want to say, call halal, yahawah, yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Peace and love to the Akim doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Alright, so I just want to do a quick lesson about how to acquire the wisdom of Yahweh bahasham yahawashi, man. Alright, so the first precept, as you can see, is Proverbs 4:7. So it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So now, if you look up the word principle, right, which it comes from the Hebrew word rahashayat, which means first, beginning, best, or chief. Right? We can come to the conclusion that wisdom is the chief attribute that we need as men of the Lord. It's a chief attribute. So it is one of the principal means of serving the Lord. But with all I getting, you have to get understanding of that wisdom. And what is wisdom? So basically the entire commandment of the Lord is wisdom. The scriptures is wisdom, because the scripture tell you in let me get that, Deuteronomy 4:5. It say, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes, and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Right? So the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High is wisdom, and it teaches you how to navigate yourself through life. Right? So now, if you know something about the history of Israel, you know that Moses gave them the law, statutes, and commandment, and them forsake it, man. That's why we have the curses upon us now. You see? But not to get into that, that's a different lesson. Right? So the scripture said that with all thy getting, get understanding. But contrary to popular belief, that all that have the understanding of the commandments of the Lord are the scriptures in general, right? Not all of the understanding of the commandments of the Lord, nor the scriptures in general, man. Right? Slip of speech, slack, yeah. Right? Because there are people right now that think that because they know the law, right, they have the understanding of the scriptures, which is not so. Right? Because where do you think they get the term wicked Pharisees from, man? Because these were men that practiced the law for gratification or praises of men. So they didn't understand the true concept of the purpose of Yahweh's commandments. You see? So, seeing that we are dealing with how to acquire the fullness of wisdom, the scripture goes on to say this in James 1:5. So it says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraid it not, and it shall be given him. Right? When the scripture says upbraid it not, it basically means that you have to constantly examine yourself. According to 2 Corinthians 13:5. You can read that for yourself. Right? And you have to constantly ensure that you're in a spiritual frame of mind. Alright? But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. Right? So when you ask for wisdom of the Most High, you have to be certain that you want her, yo. Right? Because wisdom is likened unto a feminine spirit. So you have to be certain that you want her. You have to give her your undivided attention, man. Because she's like a stubborn woman. If you don't give her your attention, she's going to leave you. You see? And it's the same thing with the truth. Right? Because the word truth comes from the Hebrew amath, which is basically where the word mathematics is derived from. And if you know anything about maths, it's something you need to have consistency in, because it will leave you. Right? The same thing with wisdom, man. If you don't try to constantly be in this thing, man, it'll leave you, yo. Right? And that's why the scripture goes back to say, ask in faith, nothing wavering. You have to be certain that you want it, man. For ask the Most High for wisdom, man. You see? Because the same way the Most High give it liberally is the same way Him can take it away from you, man. Right? So now let me get our next scripture. This Ecclesiasticus 38 and 24. It say, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that had little business shall become wise. So the less time you have for the affairs of the world, man, is the more time you should have for cultivating the knowledge and understanding of the Most High, which is basically how you acquire wisdom. You see? Because it tells us, wisdom cometh by opportunity of leisure. You have to have time for divulge the scriptures, man. You have to have time for discern the mysteries of the scriptures and for ask the Most High for the understanding of certain mysteries. You see? Because don't think so you're going to just sit back and you're just going to get knowledge just so, man. Right? Verse 25. How can ye get wisdom that holdeth the plough, and that glorifieth in God, that driven oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? The word goad basically is the stick or the spike which them use for drive the oxen. You see? So how you gonna get wisdom if all that you're into is what you have to do for work the next day? You see? Or how you're going to build up yourself in this society? All the thoughts is on vain gains. You see me? Continuing, verse 26. He giveth his mind to make furrows. Furrows is like trenches. If you ever go on a farm and you notice cattle, they eat out of furrows. That's the thing that the cattle eat out of, man. And is diligent to give the kine fodder. The word kine is basically the cumulative word for cows. Zine is like a collection of cows, a group of cows, and call it kine. Right? And the word fodder is dried hay. Right? It almost slipped me. Right? So with this said, the conclusion of the matter is that you need to dedicate adequate time to acquire the wisdom of your bahasham yahawashi. Zine. And to just get one last scripture. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So you have to prove yourself, man. You have to prove yourself. The wisdom, you can't acquire wisdom unless you prove yourself, man. The Most High not gonna give you something as precious as the understanding of these scriptures. You see, which is basically wisdom also, right? Without you proving yourself. You see, because at the end of the day, you see, the wisdom of the Most High is to teach you how to be rulers, kings and priests for the kingdom to come. You see, and you need time for getting to this, man. You see, and with that, I want to say, I hope this lesson was edifying. Shalom.